Hi, welcome to the Shed. I just want to give you an update on what we're doing with our music technology curriculum, where it's going, where it is right now, and then how it might work for your school. So I taught music technology for a while, and I had this really conflicted pain every time I went to teach the class because I had all these musical concepts that I wanted to teach the students, but I couldn't do it. We started with loops, just dragging and dropping loops in GarageBand. Before that, we used Mixcraft, same thing. And it gave students a lot of confidence in the beginning because they didn't really have to work hard to make music that sounded good. All I had to do was click a loop and drag it over and it sounded really good. When I wanted to teach them things like about how to play piano or how to actually program in drums, I got a lot of pushback from most of the students because they were used to just clicking and dragging. Everything was easy before. Why does it have to be so difficult now? And what I'm creating right now when I'm just doing simple MIDI is not as cool as the pre-recorded stuff. So I had to rethink the wheel. Otherwise, I couldn't teach this class anymore. So we've changed how we teach the class at my school, and it's more of a performance-based classroom now. And it's performing around the piano keyboard. And then we're going to use, DAWs and everything around performance, and that really has helped. And then there's some cool things in the Shed that we use with students, especially if they have one-to-one devices, to really keep them on track. So let me give you an overview of how we teach this course. So I'm using Sountrap. I think it's the best DAW that you can use right now. It's cross-platform. It's just like Google Drive. You save something in one place and you can access it anywhere else. You can collaborate with other students. It's great. It works with every LMS. It's amazing, and it sounds good. So this is Sountrap. And the first thing that we do is we teach students how to play finger drums. So finger drums is just playing a drum beat with your fingers. And it's a skill that you have to work on. And that's the first thing we do. And we actually don't even teach using the DAW to begin with. So here's the Shed. I'm at Music Technology. I'm going to go down. We have these printables. So you print out these paper pads, and then everybody's doing exercises on pieces of paper before they even get to the DAW, so there's no distraction. They don't have to think about, oh my gosh, there's a lot of cool sounds here. What can I do with these sounds? Because they don't have any skills yet. It's all about acquiring skills first. So there are a bunch of exercises here on how to develop finger drumming. There's a bunch of walkthrough videos here. There is a groove library which shows these different grooves in beat map format, and this is close to what you'd see on the piano roll. And then each one has a video. All right, this is most drum patterns. So let's play how to play the drum subdivision. Groove. So we have 1 and 2 and it 3 breaks it down and 4. Instrument by instrument, beat by beat. It gets the students feeling good about sounding good, and you can get as crazy as you want with these drum grooves. But the coolest thing is in our curriculum. So if you access our curriculum, there's a student portal and a teacher portal. This isn't fully populated yet. Unit 2 is the finger drumming unit. And if we go to a project, enter in the password. There's a quick look for each project. There is a video demonstrating each project.
So if you haven't sure that your instrument
shows exactly how to do the project. There are links to important pages here, and then there is a link to a self-assessment tool which has the project rubric in there. And then on the teacher side, so we go to the teacher portal, different password. There is a video lesson plan that demonstrates how I have taught the lesson in the past, what works, what doesn't work, remediation and enrichment strategies, how I do assessment, just to help the teacher a little bit more when they go to teach this. And then in addition to all of these things, you get the standard lesson plan with the option for a digital badge, and you get a project rubric for each project. Some of these projects do include a student organizer. So this is our beat transcription project, and there's a student organizer, and I have my students print this out first, and then they complete it, show it to me before they even go to the DAW. So now let me just give you a run through of the actual curriculum and then how it can apply to Sountrap here. So we start with finger drumming, and then students have learned how to record to a click, how to keep a nice steady tempo, and how to do drum fills. So I'm just going to do 2 drum loops, and I'm going to add a fill in between. And this is going to be a nice simple pattern here, an 8th note pattern with a fill. So I have all right, and now I'm going to quantize that, because not everybody has perfect time. I'm going to add a bass part. And when we go over bass, there are, I told them the rules of chord progression, how to write chord progressions. Everything is in the key of C for this course, just for ease of use. There is a rhythmic relationship between the kick drum and the bass. We go over those different relationships, and then the different positions for playing bass. So I'm using a 49 key keyboard. I show them position 1, which is here, position 2, which is here, and then this is just going to be like a really simple bass line, like 6/4. 5/1 progression. So let me record that. 6/4/1/5. I have to remember it. Go. So we have 6. Oops. Ha. And now I'm going to do 4, 5, 6. 1. All right, so once we have that all played out, then we're going to quantize it to the 8th note. And if you really want to get in the nitty-gritties, you have the students adjust the ends of the notes. And then we go over chords. So let's create a piano here. And I'll bring my octave up. And this is right hand. So we talk about how to play triads in root position, and how to invert triads in a progression. So if it did 1, 5, 6, 4, I wouldn't go 1, 5, 6, 4. That's really clunky, and there was no voice leading there. So I would go 1, 5, 6, 4. And the learning for all this is nice and simple with those videos. So now I'm going to play this chord progression. Let me just remember what I played. I had 6, 4, 1, 5, and then 4, 5, 6, 1. Okay, 6, 4, 1, 5. 6, 4, 1, 5. Record this. 2, 1, 6, 4, 1, 5. Here we go. 6, Now let me quantize that. It's just a basic overview of the entire curriculum. And if you really wanted to, you can adjust the ends of the notes. But I'm going to keep it like that to make it human sounding. And then we talk about melody. And the melody is just chord tones that can be linked to, let's find a good, that works, I guess. Chord tones that are linked by non-chord tones. So once they understand how to play, triads with inversion, then we talk about sticking to one voice. So if I was doing a 6, 4, 1, 5 progression, we have 6, 4. That's hard to listen to. 1, 5. But if we look at the middle voice, we have 6, 4, 1, 5. And then they stay inside of those notes inside that voice, and then they can pop around with different leading tones. And then we get to a point where you can start da 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 da, improvising melodies. Da da da. And there are rules on da da da. So that'll be That's my melody for the first one. And there are rules to which rhythms you should use, how you structure it to make it memorable with repetition and using different repetition patterns and syncopation. But I'm just going to record this one. So here we go. Just reminding myself of what happened there. 3, 4. All right. And let's quantize that to da 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 16th note, because that was the shortest subdivision I used. And let's listen back. And if you don't like the sound, you can always change it. The beauty of DAWs. Let it load. It'll sound much better here. All right, in the last unit, we talk about how to take these 4-measure phrases, because everything is done in 4-measure phrases, so they're starting to hear how those 4-measure phrases are connected and created. And then how do you create a whole pop song? Verse, chorus, pre-chorus, bridge, ending. How do you construct it using these elements that we've already learned? So the whole curriculum, it's super exciting. It's all project-based. It's all student-centered. But built in are all those tools, all those videos, rubrics, self-assessment strategies. I've had students that came in with no musical experience and that have come out like wanting to join the pep band playing key drums, or wanting to play piano in the jazz band because now that they have some chops, or they have started to write a lot of music and have joined other music schools and gotten into college for music creation. So it's a really exciting curriculum, and it's just going to be super cool to see how it rolls out with different schools. We already have some schools beta testing these, and the whole curriculum, all the videos, everything should be finished by January 9th of 2019, and they'll be available to be purchased on the Shed in the Shed shop. Right now we do have 1 unit finished, so if you go to the curriculum here, Unit 2 is available for purchase, and it's still kind of beta. But Sountrap is awesome. This is the future of DAWs. I don't think that I would use any other DAW if this exists, because it's just so amazing. And yeah, thanks.